in these clips right here, there is so much Fafo to go around these days that it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Not only are my Cubano friends getting their Fafo as they got their protective status, revoked. You have these idiots in the Midwest, right? That they ought to know better. They ought to know better, right? And they're like, well, my prices haven't come down. And, well, what did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen, huh? Huh? You have a bankrupt, functionally illiterate imbecile that can't read or write and forget about math. And you thought that he was going to resolve all your economic problems? Yeah, right. Going in, he had no way to pay his goddamn tax bill, right? And you still voted for him. What did you think he was going to do for you? I mean, I'll wait. But your racism, your lust to own the libs is costing you dearly now. You know what I heard? I heard that a lot of these MAGAs, right? They're applying for this app, right? That lets you pay for half of your food now and for half of it later. But there's a fee involved. And now they're complaining because they don't have any money at the end of the week. Fafo, that's right. That's right. I'm going to play you some clips of these people, and I want you to enjoy them. And at the end, you're going to see this girl that she went to the mock school of how to mock a MAGA. That's right. So check these clips out. Enjoy them. They're pretty good. Roll it. Here we go. Aha. Aha. Roll it. So Stinky was your Lord and Savior.
Heidi Sanchez spends her days watching videos of daughter Kaylee. It's as close as she can be to her child now. Just days after Ida was deported from the United States to Cuba.
No!
Kaylee, who was born in Florida, stayed there with her father, who, like Kaylee, is also a U.S. citizen. But she does not comprehend where her mother is.
Mama, bang.
She's very intelligent, Ida says.
Mama bang. Mama bang. Ha ha he ha ha ho. You fucking idiot Cubans. What did you think was going to happen? Huh? Huh? You got a lot of explaining to do, Heidi.
1-year-old daughter, when she talks to me, she says, Mama, come. And they say,
Mama, come. Mama, come. Pero si tú estás en Cuba, how are you going to come here?
Mama is working. She says, Mama, come. Ida lived for 6 years in the U.S., and although she tried to become a legal resident, she was placed into deportation proceedings after missing an immigration hearing in 2019. In late April, at what she thought was a routine appointment with immigration officials, she says they told her she was being deported.
Oh! So you voted for Stinky, huh? Continue. Oh, you feel betrayed, huh? You feel betrayed.
Angustiada, desesperada y decepcionada. Así dice estar esta madre cubana Lillian Pais luego de que su esposo fuera deportado por la
He got his shit deported.
administración del
Fafo!
presidente Trump, a quien ella le dio su voto.
Creía que quizás con el mandato del presidente, las personas que eran delincuentes.
Oh, so you thought that only the delinquents and the criminals were going to get deported. Get this through your fucking head, you moron, right? He thinks you're a criminal. He thinks you're a criminal. That's right. That's right. He's a racist and a slob. That's right. And he thinks that you're a criminal.
Que siguen ahí y los que tenían pues un récord sea limpio y demás, pues iban a tener una oportunidad. ¿Qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando?
What's going on? What's going on? They're deporting my husband.
Mi esposo. Y pues bueno, y ella me dice que lo habían detenido.
Do you still stand behind?
Beyond betrayed. They
did you think was going to happen? This is a fucking liar. I told you this. This is a liar. That's just, good God, how stupid can you be?
And now, you need our help. No. It's going to be
very happy and excited that Trump...
It's Seattle Slew. Look at those teeth. Still under the Biden administration.
And this is how it's going.
So I admit, I regret my vote for Donald Trump. I regret it because I needed these changes sooner. I needed the prices to go down
Fafo!
so that I didn't drain out my bank account.
Yeah, you regret.
Eat penguin shit, you ass spelunker.
Commission just announced that he is switching parties from Republican to Democrat. Orlando City Commissioner Tony Ortiz says that he does not recognize today's GOP. In an op-ed in the Orlando Sentinel, Ortiz wrote, quote, "Though my current role is nonpartisan, I've long been affiliated with the Republican Party. I once believed it stood for duty, accountability..."
It still does stand for duty. A big old number 2. Continue.
individual freedom and family values. But over time, that party has changed.
You think? It never was for family values, can't you tell? It never was.
And I can no longer stand by in silence as it turns its back on the very people I've sworn to protect. He added, and let me say this clearly, the marginalization of Latinos and immigrants, many of whom have helped to build this country and proudly served in its defense, is not leadership. It is...
I'm sorry, man, but it took... Yes, it's over. Call it a day. Sorry that it had to end this way.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Listen to what this sack of tranquilizers has to say. Continue, you hag.
You did see the President Trump tweet, didn't
Yes,
you?
but
And who gives a shit about his tweet? Nobody gives a shit about his tweet. He's a goddamn taco.
I didn't think that would completely negate the reporting.
Holy shit! What a fake laugh!
I appreciate that. I think that's the biggest guffaw I've had here. The thing that matters when it comes to American policy and what's happening is what President Trump thinks and says.
He's a taco! He's a chicken shit! Not one person on the planet, forget about America, on the planet gives a shit about what that guy says. Just ask all those people that haven't signed any deals with him. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
For a nominal fee, Mock can turn you into a believer. Ain't that right, honey?
Be insulting MAGA just because they believe different than us, you're wrong. Actually, we should be insulting them more, and we should have been insulting them from the very beginning.
Atta girl.
If we had insulted them and we had publicly shamed them and let them know that the way they think, the way they behave is completely unacceptable,
That's pretty savage.
then we wouldn't be in the situation we're currently in, where we have fucking Nazi sympathizers in office, and we have people who are Nazi sympathizers running around letting their inside thoughts be outside thoughts without
That is true. You learned well, Grasshopper. Continue.
them getting punched in the fucking face. Maybe if you had told your racist ass grandma to shut the fuck up, this is the 2000s, we don't
You go, girl.
talk like that, we don't act like that anymore, and I'm not gonna sit there and still continue to be part of your family. If you act like that, if you treat people like that, maybe she would have felt bad about herself and shut the fuck up. Maybe if you had told your homophobic ass coworker that he was a fucking smelly ass loser, and that's the reason why no man or woman wanted to fucking touch him. that xenophobic ass bitch in church who kept talking about illegal immigrants because Jesus would have fucking hated her and her entire cunt ass personality.
Oh!
She would feel bad and shut the up. So insult and shame those motherfuckers for their loser ass behavior.
Insult and shame them for their loser ass behavior. Does that sound familiar, people? Oh, snap!
Because I'm not enabling it. Why are you?
Yo quiero Taco Bell.